good evening, good morning, good night, whatever time it is where you're at. Welcome to Halftime TV, and we're on a bit of a somber mood this evening because of the happenings of yesterday, and we're here to talk about that and some more. But again, before we go any further, thank you to the sponsors and to everyone who has been waiting on us to come live. Posted this one yesterday. We did a small video on it, but I trust all the YouTubers across Jamaica, everyone who is concerned about the Reggae Boyz, everyone who has a voice is currently live speaking about the issues surrounding the Jamaica Football Federation and the happenings of yesterday. What an embarrassment. Me shame. Quite frankly, me shame. And if you don't understand what I mean when I say me shame, I'm embarrassed, right? And I don't know how you guys are feeling. I don't know how you feel about the entire ordeal, but me shame. I not feel good. Whew. Blessings, Walker. Blessings. Finding the Truth Ministry. Blessings. Welcome as well. Rich Po, welcome. Welcome everybody to Halftime TV. And remember, folks, as soon as you hop on, smash the like button. I think we'll be taking a little bit longer this evening than we usually do. Oftentimes we try to just keep it to an hour and just leave it there. But I think we're gonna go a little bit longer this evening because there's so much to discuss and then some. Shame. Big up Ryan LFC. One of the true advocates for the Reggae Boyz and the betterment of the Reggae Boy and Jamaica football on a whole. Ryan LFC, big up anywhere you're at. He has been advocating for quite some time, and he continues to put all his energy in basically getting the voices heard, the necessary voices heard for Jamaica's football. Not sure any federation on the earth is this much term. Steve, blessings, Steve, Newcastle fan. Blessings, Steve, my friend Steve, avid follower of League as well. And I'm sure you've heard about it on the international scene as well, Steve. I'm sure you've heard about it. Quite frankly, everyone has heard about it. Everyone's talking about it. It's looking really bad. It's looking really bad. Yeah, Walker, I heard about it, Walker, and I received information that the game might not even go on. The game tomorrow might not even go on. So we're still waiting to see what comes of that. There were protests being organized yesterday for today and possibly tomorrow at the National Stadium and at the JFF headquarters. We will see how that goes. But quite frankly, it's one of those days. It's one of those days. It's raining in Toronto. It's cloudy outside for the most part, overcast, but we're getting a little bit of drizzle. But it seems as if it has been raining cats and dogs over the Jamaica Football Federation for the longest while, and now we're just about to be getting the gusty winds with it as well, because some organizations are going to be blown down. All right, and if the information that I'm receiving is anything to go by, it's quite frankly a standoff, because Dalton Wint has indicated that he won't step away, and that's the information that I've received. All right, so again, Trishana McGowan, my source has just informed me that most of the players checked out of the Marriott Hotel New Kingston and have gone home. The training session that was to begin this evening, 6 to 7, might not go ahead as planned. Reggae Boyz released their statement ahead of tomorrow's encounter at the National Stadium, and I'll go over this statement as well for you guys. Well, and let me know, folks. I'm gonna send the link. I'm gonna post the link, and then if you want to join on, you can join on. Let me know how you're feeling today, because I'm not feeling so upbeat, and that's why that's why the tone of this one isn't so vibrant. And forgive me if I lose you along the way, but the tone of this one isn't so vibrant. I'm not so happy about it. I'm not so happy, and I'm going to come out and I'm going to say or what needs to be said. All right. It not look good. It not look good. It not look good. Not all. None time. I'm sure a lot of folks know that they're ashamed. They're ashamed. They're ashamed to say they're a part of Jamaican football, or they want to be a part of Jamaican football. Imagine players who have considered playing for the Reggae Boyz, right? Imagine players who've actually considered playing for the Reggae Boyz. Imagine. Imagine. How are we feeling about that? Oh my God. How are we feeling about that? Imagine the players who are in England, in the United States, wherever they are in the world, who are actually considering playing for the Jamaican team, whether it's through their roots, grandmother, grandfather, parents. Imagine how they're feeling now, looking on from a distance. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, folks. It's not a good look. And if this is any indication of what is to come, I must say no. The future doesn't look bright, and we need a full-on revamp of the Football Federation. We need a revamp. Been saying this for quite some time, and sometimes it sounds as if it's a broken record, because each YouTuber who goes live or comes on their platform, it's the same thing. It's the same thing that they're repeating over and over again. JFF is this, and JFF is robbing up money. The JFF needs to be removed. All of that. It seems as if it's been the same narrative over and over again. However, I think there's only so much the players can bear. There's only so much, and so much breaking point. There's so much until you get to the breaking point where we have to call for changes. We have to call for whoever is out there to take a stance, right? You need to stand for something. And for those in Jamaica who want to show their support for the Reggae Boyz, I implore on you to go out in your colors and to support the movement. Support the movement. Support the movement. I'm calling on everyone near and far, whether you're in Kingston, St. James, St. Catherine, Portland, St. Thomas, wherever you are in Jamaica. If you care any at all about Jamaican football and its growth, go out. Show your support for the movement. Show your support. Support the guys who are actually protesting. We're protesting because we need change, and we have a right to protest. Everyone has a right to protest, right? And I'm of the opinion that we definitely need to revamp. And it's not realistic to say that everything will change overnight, or we're going to get a big overhaul. That won't happen. But I think if we change the individuals one by one, we'll get there. I think so. And I think we can do it. A chain is as strong as its weakest link. I think if everyone pulls together, all the YouTubers, I'm pretty sure Coach's Desk is live right now. Ryan LFC was live earlier on. Military Guna was live this morning. Formula, all these guys, they went live today to speak about what they believed in, and they believe in the growth of the national team. They believe in the growth of the national program. And these individuals who are heading the national program, they're not competent. And right now, Jamaican football is an embarrassment on the international scene. It's an embarrassment. It's a disgrace, right? And a whole lot of people right now, they're ashamed to say they're any way associated with the Jamaican Football Federation or the Jamaican football team. It don't look good. No time. No at all. No time. Imagine. This morning, I think 4:33, I saw Damian Lowe post something on his story. Posted a picture. I think it was a short video showing them walking towards the jet to take them back to Jamaica. Imagine. Andre Blake posted a snap as well. I think it was match day -1. Right? the Surinamese team got back to Jamaica before the Reggae Boyz. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. I want you guys to explain to me how that makes sense in any way, in any form. How does that make sense? How can that make any sense? Blessings, Fritz Francis. And I'm taking this opportunity because and I've said it before, usually I try to keep my videos on the Reggae Boyz short, probably quick 10 minutes, quick 8 minutes. But we usually do ball talk on a Monday night, and tonight it's going to be a bit different, right? I worked all day, finished working, had a photo shoot with the little one, 2.5 hours there, had to push back my life, but I decided that I had to do this tonight. It couldn't wait another day. Couldn't wait any longer. I had to do it tonight. I had to get it off my chest. And for those who are out there and trying to sugarcoat, to pretty up things and they're looking friends from the individuals in the federation. We're not looking any friends. We're not looking any friends. You can't do anything for me. You can't do anything for my colleagues. You can't do anything for us, right? We're not looking anything from you guys. Right, we might need an interview in the future, and if you don't give us an interview, fine. Right, if you don't give us an interview, fine. It's neither here nor there. It doesn't make any difference, right? Because HalftimeTv is still going to grow. Blessings, Steve. Welcome. How you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm not so good, Steve. I'm not so good. I'm getting some stuff off my chest because I'm not sure if you've seen it, but
the flight to play Uruguay, they didn't pay.
Well, the flight to pay the flight to get back to Jamaica to play Suriname on the return leg,
Suriname.
That wasn't there either. But it's not a good look, folks. It's not a good look, and
it's clearly affecting the team on the field too.
But again, and we blame the players so often. We blame the players week in, week out. We blame them when they go out there and they play garbage. We blame the coaches because
they got a lot to deal with. They got a lot to deal with.
Exactly. And I know you probably aren't on the. You're in the States, right? Yeah, you're in the States.
Yeah,
you're in the States, and I know you've been.
I like Jamaica though. It's in my interest as a USMNT fan for the region to be strong, because then everyone will get better.
True.
France are good because Germany had to be good and Spain did in England, you know?
Yeah, so. Definitely. But how does this make you feel as someone in the region looking on from the outside?
It doesn't give the region, CONCACAF, a good look. When we try to convince dual nationals of not just your nation, but mine or Canada or whoever, or Mexico, if they have a dual nation and they look good enough to be a player where they could start for an England or France or Germany or whoever, why would they want to be a part of this? What the hell I wonder what Mikel Antonio is thinking about this. I mean, I'm sure he's happy, just in the fact he gets to play international football, but just seems like a big mess that he got himself into completely unwilling. It's not a good look when you're trying to show off that, okay, we want to be relevant in international football. And then, you know, Canada had problems yesterday with canceling a game an hour behind. CONCACAF, we got to clean our act up. We really do.
And you spoke about CONCACAF, and worse off in CONCACAF is Jamaica. Because at least the other nations have something to show for it. The United States, they can show, oh, we're going to the World Cup. Canada, oh, we're going to the World Cup. And we brought through so many wonderful youngsters. So even if one thing is going bad, at least something is going right. That's not the case with the Jamaica. We haven't qualified for anything. We haven't won anything. We don't look as if we're going to win anything anytime soon. And
what do you have to look forward to in all realists? Yeah.
Exactly. So it's one of those things where we don't know what direction we're heading in. And I have a number of documents to read, Steve. So I'm going to let you go for now. But thanks for tuning in. I know you'll be in the chat. I'll be reading out the documents for you guys because I want you guys to get this information, and information reaching me is that Dalton Wint indicated that he's not stepping away. So again,
that's not good.
It's a standoff between the players and Dalton Wint. And considering the voice note that was going around yesterday with Mike Ricketts indicating that, okay, basically, I agree, you guys, you can play because I'm going to relieve Dalton Wint. And no, today is a different story. So I'll be going through that and more, Steve. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. That was Steve, folks. That was Steve. Big up, Steve. Big up, big Jamaican fan, big Reggae Boy fan. Big Reggae Boy fan. No worries, Steve. No worries. I think I'm back now. All right, so Walker, how embarrassing that Dalton Wint is bigger than the players, that he's gonna hold the team hostage, and that he refused to leave for the betterment of the program. Wow. And again, we continue to receive information as the minutes go by. This is very big, and I think the Jamaican government may very well need to step in. Probably even FIFA will need to step in, because initially it's going to start off with a fine for missing the game if that game against Suriname, if that fixture is not honored. But what next? Will they be ready for the next game? Will they be honoring the friendly against Uruguay? Will they be? Let's start from this. It's been a problem for you. Yep. And as I said, folks, if you're in Jamaica, and you want to support the movement, there is a protest being organized. I will be pinning as well the petition. There is a petition to get Wint out. All right. So there's a petition to get Wint out. There is also a letter from the fans. I just received the letter. I'll be reading the letter as well. All right. So again, folks, so much that we have to discuss, so much issues surrounding the Jamaican team, so much concerns that we have. And I think Theodore Whitmore, although he was out of his depth when it comes down to being a manager of the national team, I understand the situation. I understand the bigger picture now, because it was far more than just his competence as a manager. It was far more than how he spoke to the media. It was far more than all of that, right? It was always what was happening behind the scenes. And the players, in the letter that I got, the players indicated that they haven't been paid for however long. It's not about the money. They've been owed monies since whenever. I'll go through that, but it's not about the money. It's because they want to represent their country, and they don't feel as if the program is going in the right direction. All right. So again, Theodore Whitmore wasn't a good manager by any means. He was just one of his true. Yep. And as always, they're using a scapegoat, because I don't think Wint is the only problem. I think unfortunately or fortunately, whatever way you want to put it, he's the one who will have to take the fall. But I don't think he is the only problem. I think there are far bigger issues than Wint. And one of the famous YouTubers asked the question as well: what is the secret that Wint has for Ricketts? We the population or the public, we want to hear what that secret is, because due to his incompetence, I'm pretty sure he's fallen short more times than he's actually gotten it right, and yet he's still in a job. Imagine if us, the regular individuals, were allotted so much leeway to showcase incompetence in our respective jobs. Imagine if you, Walker, or Steve, or whoever is on here, could constantly go to work and you're paid to do a job, and you actually get it wrong more times than you get it right, and yet you get paid every week. Yet you're sure that come next week you're guaranteed a paycheck. Come the end of the month, you're guaranteed your check of whatever the amount is, right? So, and I think the parish, the head of the parish associations as well, they need to shoulder some of the blame. And I know that Mike Ricketts is at the forefront Dalton Wint is at the forefront. These guys are at the forefront, right? But the parish associations, these are the guys who put these individuals into positions. And whenever shit hits the fan, they're hiding. I haven't seen anyone from these parish associations that are supporting Dalton Wint, that are supporting Michael Ricketts. I don't see any of these individuals coming on the news and venting. I don't see any of these individuals coming out on the news and saying what they're thinking, because everyone is working for likes, and we live in a nation now where it's more important to get the likes. It's more important to be favored rather than to actually get something done, to fight for a just cause, because you want the head of the football federation to like you and to favor your federation, or your football, your parish, then your aspect of the country. Then you're ticking an X over this side. You're looking friends then, because Hanover Football Federation or Hanover Football Association, I'm from Hanover Football Association, big supporters of Michael Ricketts. And right now, Hanover football is at its lowest point. It's the worst it's ever been, ever, right? Worst it's ever been. I don't see anybody coming out and saying anything. DJ Liverpool Romain, stadium empty, no Jamaican player show how it's sad. Yeah, Romain, big up yourself as well. Big up yourself, Romain. And I spoke about that just now. Because the players, they will not, right? They will not show up unless Dalton Wint is through the door. And right now, Dalton Wint seems to be holding them hostage. Doesn't seem as if he's stepping away anytime soon. All right, so I'm gonna go through the statement for you guys. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's definitely one of those things, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. Yeah, I want to hear what you guys have to say. I know you are avid viewers, avid subscribers to Halftime TV. I want to hear what you guys think of this entire ordeal, because I've never been so ashamed. I've never been so ashamed. Never been so ashamed to be associated with something. Right? Never been so ashamed to be associated with something. It not look good. It not look good. No time it not look good. Right? It not look good. No time. We double up. It not look good. No time. It not look good. All right, folks, I'm gonna go through the statement posted by the players. I'm gonna go through the statement. I'll read it, and then afterwards I'll hear what you guys have to say. Okay? So this is an official statement from the Reggae Boyz. The events that unfolded Saturday, June 4th, 2022. And Saturday, June 4th is this past Saturday, all right? Are a result of popular phrase, the straw that broke the camel's back. If you know that phrase, let me know. All right? My grandmother always used it. If you're not aware of the phrase, it means a minor action that causes a seemingly large and sudden reaction. The players were up until 3 a.m. on the morning of the match, tackling the leaders of the Jamaica Football Federation after finding out that our flight arrangements back to Jamaica haven't been properly booked. This official statement is being written on June 5th at 6:38 p.m. Jamaica time. All right, so June 5th, 6:38 p.m. That's yesterday. We're stuck in Suriname and our flight arrangements are yet to be confirmed. To make matters worse, we also found out that Suriname national team will be arriving in Jamaica before us, the Jamaican national team. This has been another example of the incompetence displayed by the leaders of the Jamaica Football Federation. If you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. This has been our reality as Reggae Boyz for far too long. We haven't been prepared to be successful. And when we're not, we the players get the blame, when in fact it's more than just what happens on the field. Time and time again, the Jamaica Football Federation shows us that they don't care about the players or the state of Jamaica's football. Whew. Now, that's the first half of it, folks. That's the first half of it. There'll be protests at the match. The group will be wearing all black. What do you think about protesting at the game? I think they should block the bus. I think they should block the bus. Right? I think they should block the bus. I think they should block the bus. Blessings, Rich Paul. Blessings, Rich Paul. How you doing?
Give thanks, HalftimeTv. Give thanks. How you doing? I'm still digesting very somberly and soberly events as they unfold. Halftime. Can you hear me loud and clear, sir?
I can hear you. I can hear you. And I'm pretty sure the viewers on here can hear you as well.
Full respect. Good to be in your company. Good evening, viewers and subscribers. Halftime. I just came off coach's desk where I'm celebrating just about the first year anniversary. I joined the Juta bus, the Reggae Boyz Juta bus during the Gold Cup. I think it was just after, ironically, the Suriname game. I came in with the question simply, what a guan? I want to know what a guan with football in and on Jam Rock. They said, welcome to Jam Rock, and laughed. I thought, okay. I was digesting. One of the key questions, opening questions I asked was, to my mind, Jamaica faces challenges and opportunities in light of the addition of English-based Jamaicans, Jamaicans, from the English Premier League, amongst other countries and leagues. And this could surely only benefit Jamaica, help with the World Cup campaign, and indeed help propel them to the World Cup. What we saw is what we saw. My question to you, Halftime, as a sober, analytical judge, and with maybe half an eye on track and field, and Jamaica's respect and regard and reputation in the athletics world. Do you think that Jamaica takes football at an international level seriously? Particularly, and I ask this particularly because I've seen laughter. Maybe it's better to laugh than cry, but I've seen laughter on some platforms as the likes increase, as the drama increases. And I've been asking myself, and I'm asking you, thinking aloud, is it because Jamaican football at an international level has been clearly found to be wanting, with all due respect, not world class, struggling to be high class CONCACAF level? And as a result, Jamaicans with their outstanding, unique sense of humor are just adding fuel to the fire, not really having the tools, the desire and the wherewithal to actually properly address and to bandage the wounds that are currently before our very eyes. What say you, HalftimeTv? Namely, is Jamaican's footballing future something serious compared to track and field? Or is it a case of, you know what, it's not totally serious. We can see the JFF have shortcomings. The ironic thing is, if they were totally replaced with another set of gentlemen, we could end up with the same or similar results. Halftime.
There are a number of things. I want to say on that, because it's been a concern of mine for the longest while as well. All right, so hold on. There are some developments coming in.
Things are unraveling and developing as we speak. Fair enough. Absolutely. Halftime. Absolutely.
Yep. So Wint is gone, folks. Wint is gone. Dalton Wint has resigned from his post as JFF General Secretary. So that's good news. That's good news. As I'm here, I'm receiving it. I'm receiving the updates on my phone here. Sidella Marley, I stand with the Reggae Boyz. Sidella Marley calling for change as well, and this was posted a few minutes ago as well. So as we're here, there are developments happening. Dalton Wint has stepped away from his post as General Secretary of the Reggae Boyz of the Jamaica Football Federation. What does this mean? Does this mean the players will now gather and get themselves ready for the game tomorrow? Because there should have been a training session this afternoon. I was told the players they actually left the hotel and they had gone home. Are they now gonna come back to prepare themselves for the game tomorrow? Will the game tomorrow even go on as planned? Again,
these are all questions.
Yeah, is this
all
even
relevant?
Is this even a smoke screen? Is this a smoke screen? Because the protest was being organized for tomorrow. Dalton Wint leaving, does that now mean there won't be a protest happening tomorrow? All right, so all those questions, I trust they will be answered while we're on the show here. But let me get back to Rich Poe's question. I think the difference with track and field and football in Jamaica is track and field built on 2000, was it Athens 2004? The Reggae Boyz didn't build on 1998. So it basically stagnated. So whereas the entire region around us was getting better, we didn't move. And 1998 level of football, I'm not saying this level of football that we're playing now is equivalent to 1998, but I'm just saying the mere fact that we didn't improve on our resources, we didn't improve on our approach, we didn't improve on our recruitment or anything of that sort. We just have the mentality, oh, we're going to go out and we're going to fetch players whenever it's time to compete, whenever it's time for a Gold Cup or whenever it's time for a World Cup qualification. That's not how you go about building a team. That's not how you go about building a team. Track and field is an individual sport, and it still has more structure than the football in Jamaica. We have the Costa Cup, we have Manning Cup. Players play in the Manning Cup until they're 19 years of age, and this has been a concern of mine for the longest time. You play until you're 19 years of age, then you struggle to break in the Red Stripe Premier League, right? By the time you're a seasoned Red Stripe Premier League player, you're 22, 23. Yeah, 22, 23, when most players on the international scene are looking to break into their senior team. They're looking to be representing the big teams at 22, 23. Now, you break into the Red Stripe Premier League 22, 23. 2-3 seasons later, you're 26. Now you're expecting eyes to come out and see you to get that big move to Europe or to the MLS or to wherever. By the time you get to the MLS and your season in the MLS, you're already 29 years of age. So where does it mean? Where does it transition for you? So is that the ceiling where the football is? Is that where we're going? And we constantly say, but we're not getting players into Europe. We're not getting players in. This is why we're not getting players into Europe. This is why we're not getting players into Europe. You have 19-year-old players playing Manning Cup, the Costa Cup, schoolboy football. They should be playing competitive football. Where else in the world do you see 19, 20-year-old, well, not 20, 18, 19-year-old player breaking their necks to impress at the youth level? That doesn't happen. If you're a standout youth player, the top teams, they pick you out and they put you, give you 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. They send you out on loan to get a little bit of experience where you're competing in competitive leagues as well. And I think, again, it's the approach that we're taking. We want ready-make, and the cost of ready-make is ultimately the cost of the progression of our football. And that's the difference with track and field. I think we bring them through the ranks at champs. They come through, they go to their respective universities. Some they end up at UTech, they end up at UE, they go on to Glen Mills, they go on to Stephen Francis. And then, although not all of them will make it, because obviously Jamaica is a sprint factory. We're very competitive when it comes down to track and field. At least we can see some fruits of our labor. We can't see fruits of our labor when it comes over to football. And if folks want to point to Leon Bailey is not fruits of our labor, right? Leon Bailey, he's representing Jamaica, fine, but he didn't come through the system in Jamaica, right? He didn't come through in Jamaica. Craig Butler, he worked his magic with Leon Bailey. He took him to Europe. He gave him everything. He gave him a platform on which he could showcase his qualities. Same thing with Shamar Nicholson. Schoolboy football, no, not necessary, right? He went to RSPL, showcase what he's capable of doing. Now he's playing in Russia, in Russia's top flight. So again, it's this approach where and I think it's a Jamaican thing too. We like things ready-make, right? We like it ready-make. Ready-make. We like it ready-make. We don't want to put in the work. We want it quick fix. So instead of saying, okay, we're going to make some cornmeal porridge, we prefer to buy one Grace instant cornmeal porridge. But we want it quick fix. And that's the mentality we have. The football has suffered as a result. And I don't think Jamaica is a footballing nation. If I'm to be honest with you, we want to think we're a footballing nation. That's not the case. We, the population, we love football, you know. We love football. But the officials who we put in position to make the footballing decisions, they don't. They're not interested in the well-being of the football. They're not interested in the growth of the football. They have self-interest before anything else. Right? And when it comes to football, it's not self-interest because football is a team sport. Team. No I in team. No us in team. Right? It's a team sport. And I know you can come out, you're probably going to say, okay, but there's a me in sport. Yeah, I'll give you that. But the me, at the end of the day, still comes down to team. Right? The me is a part of the team. So if you're not thinking about the team, you shouldn't be anywhere near the football. You shouldn't be not even remotely close to it. Because as I said, football in and off the field is a team sport. It's not track and field where everything that happens is based on individual talent. And if you fail, if you come last in a race, you are held accountable or your coach. Individuality, again, because if we're blaming your coach, we're blaming your coach by himself. If we're blaming you by yourself. We're blaming the two of you, we're blaming you as individuals. It's either the coach didn't teach you or you didn't execute. So that's how it is. Right? And I don't want folks to think, okay, but halftime coming. Listen, if you go through YouTube, if you check out all the channels on YouTube, you'll find that I am the cool head, right? I am the voice of reason 9 out of 10 times. I come on here, I share my opinion, I allow folks to share their opinions as well. And I'm always open to feedback. But when you see a spade, you need to call it a spade, right? You can't expect me to come on here and to sugarcoat it. And I said it before. If they don't want to come on Halftime TV for an interview when I reach out to them in the future, so be it. I don't care, right? I don't care. I do this because I love it. I moved from Jamaica a few years ago. I loved football. I love football with all my heart. It's basically all my life. I watch all the leagues. I watch French League, Ligue 1, La Liga, Bundesliga, you name it, I watch it. That's how I spend my time, right? I moved to Canada. Didn't have any friends here, so I decided, okay, why not start YouTube, where I could get a platform where I could actually talk with people about football. I could actually share my opinions that I usually share on the corner when I was in Jamaica, right? That's why I started this. I didn't start it because, okay, I want to get monetized. Fine, I got monetized, which is good. But that wasn't the sole reason why I started it, right? I was struggling to get to 1,000 subscribers for 2 years. It didn't matter to me. I still did it, right? I still did it because I wanted to do it, right? I have a job. I don't have to do this. I have a job. I have a 9-to-5 job. And then sometimes not even 9 to 5, sometimes 10 to 4, right? So Yeah, blessings. As I said, folks, and bless up Jay Mannings and bless up Steve. I just needed to get this off. I need to get this off my chest because if we're sitting here and we're looking on, and I have to say big up to Ryan LFC again. And he and I were talking yesterday. Ryan lives like 20 minutes from me. He and I were talking yesterday. We were discussing some of the issues. And again, it's recurring. And sometimes I ask Ryan, you don't feel tired going on YouTube every day talking about the same thing, sounding like a scratch record? And he says no, because if you want change, you have to nail it in. You have to drive it home, right? You have to drive it home. And he's different from me in that regard, where he's coming on YouTube every day and he's driving it home. He's driving it home. And he has been one of the OGs when it comes down to advocating for change in the Jamaica Football Federation. Right, so I have to lift my hat off to Ryan LFC. And if you haven't subscribed to his channel as yet, go over there and subscribe to his channel. He keeps it 100%. And I'm here now. I'm using my life today. I probably won't speak on it again. Who knows? Probably I'll be on it tomorrow again. You never know, depending on how I wake up and I feel. If I feel as if I haven't gotten it all off my chest as yet, I'll speak on it again tomorrow. But I may very well get up tomorrow and just post a tweet imploring folks to go out there and to support the individuals who are organizing the protest. Because we need folks to stand up for something. And I'm using my platform here to stand up for something. I'm giving voice to the voiceless, right? I have 5,300 subscribers. And I'm on here and I'm sharing what I know most of them are thinking, right? They may be in the comments and they may be saying, okay, halftime XYZ, halftime, or they may be sending me messages in my DM telling me how they feel, sending me updates and that sort of thing. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I appreciate you. That, but we need change. We need change. It don't look good. It don't look good. And right now, I'm ashamed. Shame. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of the Jamaica Football Federation. I'm ashamed of them. And this doesn't shed a positive light on the players as well. Because it literally don't man them thing. Right? It literally don't a small young man them thing. I received information that Leon Bailey had to be the one organizing the flight to come home because Leon Bailey had the biggest credit card and he could afford to actually reserve the flight to get the guys back home. Right now, I'm going to put it out there. Leon Bailey for JFF General Secretary. You heard it here at Halftime TV. That's my 2 cents. And I hope I answered your question, Richpo. I hope I answered your question.
You answered it without any change required. You left it out there. I didn't expect such a tirade, but I did expect a quality and calling a spade answer. I'm going to have to make a move shortly. I'm going to check out Talawa and Crystal Davis, another sober-minded, analytical individual who...
No worries.
Man. Who can...
Big up Richpo. And folks, if you're on here and you haven't subscribed to Richpo's channel, subscribe to Richpo. Give him a subscribe, give him a like, give him a share as well. Right? So we're not leaving anyone behind. Go ahead, subscribe to Richpo's channel. Let's see if we can get him to 500 and ultimately 1,000 subscribers as well. Blessings, Richpo, for the strength. Bless up Talawa for me as well. Tell her I said hi. I've been needing to get on her channel for the longest while, but the timing always seems to conflict. But I'll make some time for her. Tell her I'll be there shortly. Don't worry.
I'll pass on my regards and keep up the good work, Halftime. That was an outstanding piece of contribution. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button to Halftime TV, and I hope that there's enough likes and that it spreads so people can rewatch if they're not watching live now. Salutes to your Halftime. I didn't know. I've learned something new every day. I didn't know your passion was as deep for football as it is for track and field. I've learned something as the viewers and subscribers have. Keep up the good work. Proud of you and respect. Keep the lines open. And you've dropped the breaking news. Can you just confirm once again? I heard that Mr. Wint had been suspended. Now you've actually got confirmation.
Yeah,
he has
we've gotten information that Dalton Wint has resigned. That's the information that we received, and this is from the group with all the necessary stakeholders around the Jamaica Football Federation. We have a number of individuals who there's a group with over 100 and 50 individuals who are fans as well as insiders who constantly providing information on the happenings of the Jamaican Football Federation. So it's a fan group, and then some confirmation Dalton Wint is out the door. Also information now saying the JFF executive still has tried to shield Wint the possibility of a FIFA fine, fall in rankings, etc. Press them to hand Wint a paper and telling him to write a resignation right away. So basically, he was forced into it. All right. So again, information coming in, folks. Stay tuned. We have the information. We're updating you guys as the information is made available. All right. I remember, folks, if you're not a member of Halftime TV family, as I said, you can become a member as well. Steve, blessing, Steve. You're the first member of the Halftime TV family. So again, Steve always supporting the halftime movement, and we appreciate you for that, Steve. We appreciate you. All right, but big up everyone, Rich folk, we'll talk. I'll give someone else the opportunity, and you know I'm subscribed to the channel, so I'll be in the comment section for you as well, so don't worry about it. All right, yeah, big up. Yeah, man. All right, so again, folks, as information is made available to us, we will bring it to you. Steve, you're still here. What's up?
Yeah, I'm back. What's going on, man? That's crazy what Leon Bailey did, though. That's what a guy.
As I
and
said,
you know what? He shouldn't have to do that.
No, Leon Bailey for General Secretary.
That's about right.
For JFF General.
He's willing to put money in his pocket. Yeah, that's half the battle. Yeah.
Leon Bailey for JFF General Secretary, because in 24 hours, Leon Bailey has done more for the Jamaican football movement than Dalton Wint has done in 4 years. Right? So put it that way. In 24 hours, he's done more than Dalton Wint has done in 4 years. Primarily because Leon Bailey's job is to play football. That's his only job when it comes down to Jamaican football. So he's done his job.
He's not gonna get the money reimbursed for the flight.
Well, we'll never know. We'll never know. But as I said, his job is to play football. He is playing football and then some. Dalton Wint's job is to handle what he's slated to handle, and he's not even doing a fraction of that. So quite frankly, Leon Bailey is doing way more for the Jamaican Football Federation than Dalton Wint. And as such, I have concluded that Leon Bailey should be made the Jamaica Football Federation General Secretary.
He'd do a better job. Like you said, he's had 24 hours and he's
already doing a better job. He's already doing a better job than Dalton Wint has done in 4 years. So Dalton Wint, I hope you hear me. I hope you hear me wherever you are in Jamaica. I hope you're on your couch now or wherever you are, as I said, and I hope you're miserable. I hope you look back on the past 24 hours and you feel shame, right? Because you're a disgrace. You're an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment to the nation, right? For folks considering, okay, they're patriots. They're proud to be Jamaicans. I can't even find the superlatives to describe how it feels to be Jamaican, because it's not just about the black, green, and gold. And Dalton Wint, someone who doesn't care about it any at all, doesn't care about the football any at all, coming out and making us seem as if we're peasants on the international scene.
Or you're amateurs.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
It's amateurish. It's amateurish. Yeah.
Doesn't look good. I'm pretty sure the Costa Cup team would not have been in the same predicament. And Steve, if you don't know, the Costa Cup is high school football in Jamaica, right? High school football.
Right.
Yeah. They wouldn't have been in this predicament. And
like you were talking about with track and field. I know nothing about track and field, but I do know that Jamaicans are that's one of the things that they're very good at. And we see, I think you're right about the whole Jamaica isn't a football nation. In terms of fan base, you're right. I know plenty of Jamaican people that are very involved with football, yourself included. The JFF has never struck me as ambitious as the football fans are. And it's not, I don't think you guys are asking for a lot.
Yeah, but Eric, I'm going to put this out there right now. if you go through Jamaica, if you go house by house in Jamaica, there are probably more Brazilian fans in Jamaica than actual Reggae Boyz fans.
Wow.
Let me just put that out there. There are probably more Brazilian fans in Jamaica than actual Jamaica. Right? Than
That's
actual
crazy.
Reggae Boyz fans.
Yeah.
And this is primarily to do with the incompetence of those leading the football, because folks have resigned to the fact that, okay, the team probably won't make it to the World Cup. The team probably won't win the Gold Cup. And as such, they're identifying with something else, someone else, another team that can bring them that level of gratitude, that level of satisfaction.
Just watch good football.
Yeah.
Watch good football.
Right.
That's what it boils down to.
They watch the English Premier League week in, week out. They watch some watch the Bundesliga, some watch whatever league it is that they're interested in, they watch. And whenever these players, they leave and they go back to their international folks. I remember when I was in, I think when I was in 11th grade, 2010, Brazil lost the game and a colleague of mine literally cried.
Wow.
Literally cried tears, like real tears. You couldn't console him. You couldn't speak to him for almost 2 days.
Wow.
Brazil lost it, and this guy's a Jamaican.
He's Jamaican, yeah.
And this guy's a Jamaican.
Wow.
So it's stuff like
it's been a problem for a long time. This
Yeah.
this whole Brazil affiliation compared to the
it's Brazil, it's Argentina, and no, if you go through, you'll hear Belgium, because folks who are cheering for Chelsea, they grew up on Eden Hazard. Folks are cheering for Manchester City, they grew up on Kevin De Bruyne. Stuff like these. So folks are identifying themselves, and it's a continuous trend that we're seeing. We keep seeing it. When we were growing up, it was Ronaldinho, it was Ronaldo. Folks identified with these individuals. And
at least just like you said, sorry to cut you off, but I was just gonna say, even I have that with I'm not obviously a Chelsea fan, but Pulisic. I like when to see him do well.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of the fact that I'm American and that Pulisic is a very good player. He don't play that much for Chelsea, sadly, but that's another discussion. But you know what I mean? You don't have
he's your player. He's your player. And again, we have another letter. We have a letter here from the fans. And I'll read this letter aloud on here so everybody can hear it. This is from the fans movement. They want reform in the Jamaica Football Federation, and I'll be going through the letter. The letter is 1JA movement. I'm streaming from my phone now, so I won't get to share it on the screen. But don't worry, I will be posting it on the YouTube page as well. So this is a letter from us as fans to express our love for our nation, frustrations with the Jamaican Football Federation, and our solidarity with our players/heroes. We are frustrated with the present state of Jamaican football and the issues surrounding the abuse of power and corruption within the Jamaica Football Federation. We as fans have watched while our nation has suffered utter embarrassment at the hands of corrupt and incompetent officials. It is our opinion that where corruption and ineptitude are present, moreover fostered, it will choke footballing development. We have stood by with bated breath awaiting the necessary changes within the nation's football governing apparatus. We have sat quietly in order to preserve the sanctity of our nation's favorite sport to no avail. All right, the letter continues. It is evident that persons entrusted with the privilege of running football on the island have abused their power and created a culture absent of any true accountability or transparency to either players or supporters. It is evident that the Reggae Boyz have been let down by an inadequate administration that failed in providing the requisite travel and accommodation necessary for excellence. The Reggae Boyz are our heroes, and we have absolutely no grouse with them. Furthermore, we're requesting a change in administration and a complete overhaul of the administrative processes at Jamaica Football Federation. As such, we act in solidarity with the Reggae Boyz and request the immediate resignation of JFF General Secretary Mr. Dalton Wint. And I told you guys before, Dalton Wint is through the door. More accurately described as Mr. Gaff after Gaff. Should Mr. Wint remain in post, it gives credence to the belief that the interests of a tiny minority are superior to a nation's interests and concerns. As long as the status quo remains we will protest until the requisite changes are made, and we, the supporters and the players, will support the players in their quest for an administration and administrative processes worthy of their talent. Quite a mouthful. And as I said, the players are fed up, rightfully so. Rightfully so. The players are frustrated. The fans are frustrated. We're tired.
Me as an outsider, I'm not even a Jamaican fan, but I hate seeing football federations let down fans like that. I don't like seeing it. And like I said, from a CONCACAF perspective, I want the U.S. to have, I want us to be facing very strong opposition so that we become better. Definitely. It can only, if we're going to beat Grenada next Friday night in the U.S., probably 6-7-0. That doesn't make us better. If we played you guys and you guys had all your everything together, or at least looking better, that means we would have a tougher challenge, and that means our players would have to learn something and actually get better. This doesn't really bode well for that.
True.
Because Mexico isn't at their strongest right now either. And that's the other thing that I'd be very disappointed about if I was Jamaican, is that a lot of the nations are struggling right now in CONCACAF, and especially Mexico. And even our manager, I have lots of complaints about Berhalter, but Canada right now are the top dogs, and who else is going to challenge them besides us and Mexico on their day? You know what I mean? It's just, I want the federation overall to have strong teams. I know Martinique will never be at our level or whatever, but a Jamaica, Costa Rica, Panama challenging, that's good for the region.
Right now, probably in a few years, probably even Suriname will be challenging as well.
Suriname, yeah, and they've done very well with recruiting players from the Netherlands.
And development.
And they have competition, with Curaçao.
Structure.
Jamaica doesn't have competition.
Structure.
In the region, yeah.
Structure. So there's some method to the madness when it comes down to Suriname. They organize. The Suriname team that played Jamaica in the Gold Cup looked completely different from the Suriname team that played Jamaica on the weekend. And it's all about structure. They're willing to lose before they win. Jamaica doesn't believe in that. We just feel as if every time there's a competition, we need to win. And even when we just grab some players and put them together and send them out there to play, we still aren't winning. So it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Because you're robbing youngsters of the opportunity to grow with the team. The truth is that not just all of them needs to go. True, J Manning, true, definitely. But it needs to start somewhere. It needs to start somewhere. And I think this is a step in the right direction. It is a step in the right direction. It is a step.
But it's one step in a lot of steps that you're going to need to take.
Yep.
It can't be one step forward, 2 steps back. You want to at least progress slowly, or just stay where you're at. You don't want to go back.
True.
So yeah, you just got to get people who are really passionate about the game, young ideas. And what was did they ever explain the reason why they didn't pay for this flight? Are they lacking money because
it's always been a case of lacking money, you know. Whenever it comes down to Jamaica Football Federation, they're always pinching. And if you're organizing a game for the Nations League, I'm pretty sure FIFA gave them a purse to work with, right? And that purse should have been able to cover the players' the travel expenses. The player indicated that they haven't been charging their match fees. They just want comfortable accommodation and that sort of thing. Yeah. And I'll read the remainder of the letter that the player sent in. And I didn't even realize that I didn't read the entirety of this letter. I'm going to read the rest of the letter. So for those on here who didn't get the opportunity to see the letter, I'll go through. So we are drained, we are tired. Enough is enough. Before continuing, we want to make it clear that this is not about the money, as I mentioned before. This is not about the money, folks. Despite not being paid for months, we still accepted the call and represented for the Jamaican people. For us, it's more about the lack of respect, transparency, and communication. We all signed a contract that the JFF has breached multiple times. Some of the things included in the contract is proper hotel accommodations and travel arrangement. Yet still, we arrived to Suriname to couch beds. Shamar Nicholson and Ravel Morrison, among others, didn't join the team in Suriname because of poor travel arrangements. What is meant to be a 2 to 4 hour flight turns into an around the world trip. There are several instances where players arrive to the airport and to their surprise flight has been booked. The JFF constantly tries to cut costs that affects our preparation. There's nothing like representing Jamaica on the international stage, meeting up with our teammates, coming home to see our families and friends, and playing in front of the fans at the national stadium. However, that love, passion, and excitement is being drained from the constant lack of adequate leadership from the Jamaica Football Federation. We, the players, are saying enough is enough. We need a change. We need better leadership. We are calling for the General Secretary, Dalton Wint, to resign. The players will no longer represent the country until he does.
Stand your ground. That's what the player and again, this is crazy. The players shouldn't have to go to these lengths to show how bad the problem is. And like I said, we're gonna play Grenada Friday night. They'll have no problem getting here, and that's Grenada. Martinique don't have these problems.
No one does. Apparently, Jamaica is setting the benchmark right now. We're setting the benchmark for all the wrong reasons. Right? We're setting the benchmark for all the wrong reasons. Basically, it's a manual of what not to do, how not to run a football federation. Right? Yeah. How not to deal with players. So, if you're in the region, if you're Curacao, Suriname, IMAX-TV, you name it, all these guys, if you need to know what to do in order to ensure your football federation is a success, use Jamaica. All right, learn from what's happening in Jamaica. Yeah. All right, Unseen Sports TV, the march will go on tomorrow, folks. You hear that? You're gonna dress up in your black. You're gonna dress up in your black. Everyone who has subscribed to Halftime TV, if you're in Jamaica, dress in your black tomorrow. The march will go on. They'll be marching. Is it the National Stadium? I think it's the National Stadium, or the JFF headquarters, or both. I think it's both. But we need the march to go on. I'm imploring everyone, every single subscriber of Halftime TV. Training starts at 9. So again, we expect the media to be there as well. I want you guys to go up there. I want you guys to support the movement. We need reform. We need changes. Something needs to happen. Something after. You understand? Yeah. Steve, do you have anything else you want to add? Let me see if I can add something. Add someone else.
No, not really. I just, like I said, man, just bummed because I want CONCACAF to be a strong region because that means we'll be better. And it just sucks. I feel bad for Jamaican fans that they put in effort and the players put in effort to show up. And you said that the players don't get paid. I mean, that's not surprising. It really isn't. I just wonder how much how low can Jamaica go? Is this rock bottom, or is there more to come?
I
That's
hope it is.
That's my.
I hope it is, and if it goes any lower, I'm pretty sure we will be back on here again, calling for other individuals. Yeah. And my cricket seems as if it's a tall order, but the players got out Dalton Wint. I'm pretty sure the player power can get out some others who are basically, they're stifling the federation. They're stifling the growth of the federation. So no one is untouchable as things stand right now. So if you're in the federation and you feel as if you can't be touched, if you feel as if your position is,
you're on the chopping block. You're on the chopping block, and
you're under the microscope as of now, because the entire world is watching. The entire world is watching, and I'm pretty sure FIFA is taking note of what's happening in Jamaica as things stand now. Remember, folks, they don't have to dip in their pockets for the Nation League. You know, they get a purse. They get a purse to bring in the players, take players here, take players there. No, didn't do that. They didn't do that. And as I said, based on information, Leon Bailey had to pull out the stubs to ensure that the players could get home. Damian Lowe, he posted on his Instagram story 4:30 this morning. 4:30 this morning, right? 4:30 this morning, walking towards a jet, right? Make that make sense. Make that make sense, folks. Again, Steve, bless up yourself, Steve.
Yeah.
My brother from another mother. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Touch, all right, bro. No,
of course.
No
Take
worries,
care.
Steve. Big up. All right, so again, folks, big up Unseen Sports TV as well. Big up Unseen Sports. And as I said, folks, if you have something you want to say about what's happening, there's a link. You can call in. We can have a chat. I've shared the platform with Steve. We've spoken to Rich Poe as well. A number of folks are concerned. We shame bad. We shame. We don't feel good no time. We shame. Shame in my eye right now. Shame in my eye. Never shame say yet. Never shame say yet. And I know a lot of my subscribers and viewers on here, you speak standard English or you speak English. I'm embarrassed. Right? I'm embarrassed. My embarrassment has apexed. Yes, I'm embarrassed. Never yet have I seen anything of this sort. It's a shame to see, and I don't even know. And I'll continuously say, big up Ryan LFC. Ryan LFC, big up yourself. He's one of those who aren't afraid to get sued. He's not afraid of what may happen, the repercussions. He says it as it is. It don't look good. It don't look good, folks. It don't look good. It don't look good. And as I said, the movement will go on. The revolution will be televised. The revolution will be televised, whether on YouTube, whether on Television Jamaica, whether on CVM TV, whether on Hits 92, whether on Sports Max. The revolution will be televised. So I hope you hear that. And I hope the members in the Jamaica Football Federation are trembling behind their desks. No. Because the fans are tired. We're tired. We're tired. We're upset. We're frustrated. And to top things off, you've embarrassed us. You've embarrassed us. Shame. Shame. Shambolic. One big sham. The Jamaica Football Federation. One big sham. And they made reference to the Jamaica Football Federation being a party shop. A couple of years, maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. You think this is a party shop? An embarrassment to even compare it to a party shop. Because at least party shops are run properly. At least party shops are run properly. You go into the party shop, you order a beef patty, the person baking the patty receives the ticket. He removes that patty from the oven and he puts it on a tray, and the person who's serving you packages it, issues it at the counter. So don't compare the Jamaica Football Federation to a party shop. An insult to party shops. An insult to party shops. Big waste organization. Big waste organization. And we don't follow up the politics of it, you know. We don't follow up the politics. We try to stay away from the drama and the controversy. But when I see a spade, you have to call a spade. And looking on from 3,000 miles away and seeing what's happening in my beloved Jamaica. It don't look good. Me shame. Shame. HalftimeTv and the 5,000 plus subscribers. We shame. We shame. And that's why we're imploring all these 5,000 subscribers to go out there tomorrow. Go out there and support the movement. Support the movement because change is needed. Change is needed. And the revolution will be televised. So get that. Dalton Wint is out the door. But that doesn't necessarily mean because Dalton Wint is out, we're just going to curl up in our shells and to forget anything ever happened. No. We're going out there, and I'm imploring, whether you're in Kingston, St. Thomas, Portland, St. Mary, St. Anne, St. Catherine, Mandeville, Manchester, Clarendon, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, Trelawney. If you can make it, get out there. Get out there.
Mr. Brown.
Blessings, boss. Blessings. How you doing?
Man, not too good, not too good. I'm so embarrassed, man. I felt like I was in Suriname with the boys, you know? I couldn't even sleep good last night, to tell you the truth. Sorry.
I haven't seen you in ages, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm here, man. I'm here, you know? Just south of you, not too far.
Yeah, cool. Don't be a stranger. But it's one of those things. As I said, I did a short video on it yesterday. Paul Hall's resignation, I did a short video. I think my video lasted maybe 15-20 minutes. Yeah. Soon as I finished the video, my phone started blowing up. Number of updates. Everyone went live. I'm pretty sure even the rest of the folks are even live now. But I decided I needed to get this off. I needed to get it out there because it don't look good. And us Jamaicans in the diaspora, you're in the United States, whether you're in Canada, whether in Europe, folks know that we're Jamaicans and they're hearing about it. They're seeing this. And they're saying, but wait, what's happening in Jamaica? What's happening with your football team? And HalftimeTv speaks about football week in, week out. So you know that folks are in my DM messaging me, asking me what's happening in Jamaica.
Yeah, right now we're the laughing stock of the Caribbean. I was on the street today, guys was asking me what was going on with the laughing stock. They was like, big Jamaica, what's going on? You guys can't book a flight from the Caribbean to South America. This is how close Caribbean to South America is. Like something as simple as like taking a bus from Lucy to Montego Bay. You understand? But you know, I'm in a group chat with the guys. They've been planning this protest from yesterday. All black, as you can hear. HalftimeTv has been saying it. If you go into the game dressed in full black, bring up black cards. We need a change from the JFF, in the JFF.
Definitely. And change needs to happen. And I know there are a number of folks on here and a number of folks who support HalftimeTv as well, who you're a broader one. Don't worry, you can support it as well from the distance. Right? You can't support it from a distance. There are a number of petitions going around. You can sign the petition. We need to get some folks out the door. We need changes. We need reform. Right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be you going out there and standing up, because I know I don't expect you to take 3-4 flights from Europe to get to Jamaica to stand in front of the National Stadium. Although that would be good, but I know folks have other stuff to do. Right? So again, folks, support in any way possible. There are a number of petitions going around. I can share the petitions with you if you want to be interested. I'll post it on the HalftimeTv page as well, so you can get the opportunity to have your voices heard. All right. So again, freedom. It's one of those things where you don't know what to say about it. You shame. You just want to sink.
It's just embarrassing, man. That's all I could say.
You want to sink. You want to sink. Like you wish the floor could open up and swallow you. That's how you feel.
Yeah. Very.
I hope they would have just left it at okay, Paul Hall resigned and just fizzled down there. Full stop. But now we're getting the true reason as to why Paul Hall resigned. Because coming from QPR where everything is structured and organized, coming to a national team where you'd expect it to be more structured, you expect it to make more sense. It seems as if it's a downgrade. A downgrade for him. Big downgrade. Big downgrade.
Well, based off of my understanding, the persons who are in the JFF, they don't really I guess they don't have any experience working in a true professional environment. They never. I don't think they went abroad and, like, for example, on internships of how to run or organize a football federation.
Again, I think these individuals have power because they have businesses. They have their own business. Put it that way. So they operate their thing how they want to operate it, right? So coming into an organization, they feel as if, okay, we're part of something bigger now, so we're gonna run it the same way we run our thing. That's not how it works.
No,
if you own a corner shop, in your community, if you own a corner shop in your community and you upgrade and you probably get a supermarket, then get a supermarket franchise. You can't run it the same way you run the corner shop.
No, cannot.
There's structure to it.
Never.
And that's what's happening now with the Jamaica Football Federation. Mike Ricketts, we've been calling for his head for the longest while. He's shown up. He's stunk. He's shown up again. But whenever the Jamaica Football Federation is involved, there seems to be drama involved. Whenever the Reggae Boyz playing drama, there's never a game, never one time Jamaica has an international fixture where there's not drama associated.
I believe he's next, I
would love
he
that.
is next.
I would love that.
You can see even on his in his last interview he did today with Sportsmax, you can see how nervous he was. He is next.
Always looking weak, innit?
Yeah. But I have to run. Hopefully I could be on your show sometime again.
Blessings, bro. Blessings, freedom.
Yeah, man. More life and one love.
Yeah, man. We appreciate the support, bro. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, bro.
All right, there you have it. Another disgruntled supporter of the Jamaica football team. Another disgruntled Reggae Boy fan. And I smile because I don't want to cry. All right? With a heavy heart. A heavy, heavy heart. I tried to force that smile in just now because I don't know. So many moving parts. And the only thing that's not moving, that doesn't seem to be moving, is the only thing that we want to actually be moving. The football. It's not moving forward. Again, folks, the updates are coming in. I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. My source has just informed that the players checked out of the Marriott Hotel, New Kingston, and have gone home. The training session that was to begin this evening, 6 to 7, might not go ahead as planned. And this was an hour ago. All right, this was tweeted by Trishana McGowan. So no training session. So what does that mean for the game tomorrow? What does that mean? What does that mean for the protest? The protest tomorrow. The protest will go on. Don't worry. The protest will go on. The revolution will be televised. We won't be muzzled. We won't be hushed. Right? And I know all the necessary powers may be. All the necessary powers that be. Coach's Desk, Formula, Military Guna, Ryan LFC, Talawa TV, Unseen Sports, This or That Sports. Everybody, Rich Po, everybody will have a video on this. Everybody will have a video. Everybody will have a say. Because several voices are louder than one. And too long, far too long, we've sat back and we've allowed them to do as they feel. Whosoever will may come. No more. No longer will we sit back and allow you to ruin the nation's football, to embarrass our nation, to disgrace us on the international scene. Lily down the thing. Small down the thing. Jamaica football look like one big joke thing, like corner league business. How can someone look forward to playing for the nation under these circumstances? Would you look forward to playing for a nation under these circumstances? How do you expect the youngsters who are going into the Costa Cup and Manning Cup camps come July, looking forward to completing the season, to impressing during the season so they can receive a call up for the national team, so they can get the opportunity to be seen, so that ultimately they can represent Jamaica? How you expect them to feel? How you expect them to look on now? No motivation. This is how you expect to motivate the youngsters. This is how you set out to encourage them to want to play for Jamaica. For the international based players, whether in England or wherever, looking on, how you expect them to feel. The likes of Rob Morrison, who Jamaica has fought so long, so hard and long to get him to play for the Reggae Boyz. And now you can't sort out the arrangements to get him to come to honor an international fixture. Not because he didn't want to come, but because of your incompetence. Shamar Nicholson, off the back of winning silverware in Russia, unable to come in because of your incompetence. Because you can't sort out the details of his flight to get him to come in. You expect him to pay out of his pocket. I'm pretty sure he'd be happy if these guys were paying out of their pocket. And they said it in the letter. They're not charging you match fees. They're not charging you match fees. I'm pretty sure FIFA gave you a purse. And if you're not paying for the match fees, then where's the money going? FIFA gave you a purse. It's an international fixture. It's not a friendly. FIFA gave you a purse. I don't know. And as I said, folks, I don't even think I won't go on much longer. I'll leave it at an hour and 30 minutes tonight. Because I think me sitting here and ranting, it's only making me angry. It's only making me angry. Right? It's only making me angry. Disgrace. Big embarrassment. The entire world. As my mother would say, shame on a load but it broke neck. Shame on a load but it broke neck. I'm pretty sure if the players could have walked from Suriname yesterday, the JFF would have had them walk. The JFF would have had them walk. Not that the JFF played any role in getting them home, but they would have insisted that they walk home because they can walk home, eh? Where were they in all of this? Right? They were hiding. No one was brave enough to come out and give an explanation. No one was brave enough. No one was brave enough to come forward. Mike Ricketts should have come forward from last night, from the incident happened. He should have come forward and given a statement. No. I don't know, folks. I don't know. As I said, I want to hear what you guys have to say on the issue. I want to hear. I'm curious to hear what my Halftime TV family is thinking, what my loyal viewers and subscribers have going through their minds this evening, as we've been made a fool of on the international scene. We've been disgraced. We've been disgraced by a bunch of imbeciles who have no interest whatsoever in the progression of the nation's football. A crop of nincompoops who've constantly exalted themselves. The cause of shame. 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 Shame and disgrace. Shambolic. One big sham. We call it Jamaica Football Federation. One big sham. One big sham. It's a federation cousin. Because this couldn't be a federation. It's a federation cousin. Alright? And as I said, the more I speak about it, is the heavier my heart gets. Right? Is the more I feel as if I don't even know. Folks, get out tomorrow. Get out there tomorrow and support the movement. Get out there tomorrow dressed in your black. Support the movement. Support the movement, because reform is needed. Reform is needed. Alright? Reform is needed. And if even one person, if the movement, if the protest results in even one person leaving their post, or even giving a statement assuring some level of change, then we would have made a difference. Right? Needs to start somewhere. Needs to start somewhere. And I'm using this, my platform, Halftime TV, to give voice to the voiceless, to my 5,000 plus subscribers. Don't worry. I'll cover you guys. I'll be your voice here. Change is needed. And I'm imploring each and every one to go out and support the movement. As I said, whatever parish you're in, I'm not sure if Portmore is a parish as yet. If you're in Portmore, if you're in St. Catherine, Kingston, St. Thomas, Portland, St. Mary, St. Anne, Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Clarendon. Go out there tomorrow. Go out there tomorrow. Support the movement, folks. Support the movement. Support the movement. They're basically running our football into the ground. And for too long, they've escaped. For too long, they haven't been held accountable. That ends now. That ends now. It ends here. And I know all the and for the YouTubers who are sugarcoating it, I condemn you. If you're working for likes from the Jamaica Football Federation, I condemn you. If you're out here working so in the future you can get an interview from Mr. Winter, from Mike Ricketts, I condemn you. Because you're putting yourself before everything else. That's not how it works. This is a platform. We're public figures. We have a responsibility. And a responsibility to our viewers and to our subscribers to give them a voice. And I'm using that opportunity to give my subscribers a voice. Again, folks, Narando here from HalftimeTv saying, remember, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And don't forget, get out there. Get out there. Be a part of the movement. Dress in your black. Let's get the reform done. The revolution will be televised. HalftimeTv saying, have a wonderful evening wherever you are in the world. Peace out.